Oh boy, we are really cutting it close to the deadline here. So I wasn't looking forward to this stage one bit because this entire rally is just purely mountains and dirt, and like there's just no grip anywhere during the entire race. So I thought to make it like a little bit more fun and a little bit more, well, magnanimous, I guess, I've decided I'm going to donate $1 to an Indonesian forest charity for every minute of time that I spend on the track. And it's already it's already going well for the Indonesian charities as I like go right off of the track here. Also, this is to like make up for the terrible sin of post commentating this footage. That's right, I'm not doing this live. And if you're wondering why I'm smashing into fruit stands, I've also decided I'm going to donate another $1 for every fruit stand I hit, which I think that makes 3. So even if I get last, I'll still be a legend. I'll still be a legend. I'm already a legend. I mean, I'm a queen. Let's be real here. You know, you're the one watching, so like, you must agree. You could be doing anything else right now. You're a fully grown adult. Jesus Christ, that was close. I have had less of a work-life balance. That's 5. Oh, that was almost 6. I have had less of like a work-life balance lately and more like a work-work balance. I'm sure you've had days like this, weeks like that. Like I've said before, you know, your mama told you life was going to be this way. No, wait. Your mama told you there'd be days like this, but she never told you when the world has brought you down to your knees. I don't know how the rest of the song goes. I didn't watch Friends. Like, maybe I'm not a real 90s kid. But, like, well, maybe I am more of a 90s kid because, like, that show was, like, out in the 90s and I was, like, friggin' a tiny child during the time it was popular. Does 90s kid, like, refer to kids who, like, were born in the 90s or kids who grew up in the 90s? Because I was one of those things and not the other. I'll let you guess which. You don't have to guess. You know probably if you watch the last video. Or I like dox myself by telling you how old I am. I mean, I'm already doxing myself by using my actual name as my YouTube channel name. My name really is Aaron C. C, huh? Not Psy. Everyone says Psy. Unless you're like from my country, in which case you've seen enough people with that name, or one person in particular with that name who, you know, if you know who I'm talking about, you know who I'm talking about, right? Just cresting this hill, just so gently, feathering the throttle like the like it dropped from the wing of an angel onto my gas pedal. Country roads, take me home to the place where I belong. Indonesia! Country mountains. Oh, man. I will say, right, like, the devs really, or the dev, I think it's like one guy who like did this entire game, really nailed what like rural Southeast Asia looks like. At least these like winding dirt roads. I don't think we have signs on the sides of the road saying stop up. See if I can get that one. There's another one. 6 extra dollars for charity. No, but like this could easily be like the North Philippines, which I was in a few months ago. This would be a lot more fun if I had like a cat on my lap, but I'm allergic to cats. Cats, by the way, like I totally get the appeal of them as a cat, as a pet. I think that's like, oh, there's another 2. I totally get the appeal of cats as a pet, right? But like, personally, if I want to like have like a little furry friend, like a little like actual friend with actual fur, not like a small friend who is into anthropomorphic animals. I mean, those are fine too. I'm fine with people like that. But I don't mean that. Oh, Jesus, whipping around the corner like whiplash. Probably give you whiplash too if you did that in real life. Luckily, this is a video game. What was I on about? Cats? Like, if I have like a little furry friend, I want it to like, I want to get the sense that it enjoys being with me. You know? Like, I don't hang out with people that I don't, like, get the sense are actually, like, happy that I'm there. Right? Dogs, like, will make you feel like you're just the greatest thing since sliced bread. Since corned beef. Corned beef, by the way. So good. You know? If it wasn't, like 9 days worth of sodium in like a single can, I'd eat that shit every day. But, you know, not only does it give you like renal failure probably, but it'll give you the shits like something crazy if you eat that much. So it's just a sometimes food. Which is exactly what Cookie Monster was told cookies are, apparently, at some point in the past. Imagine like making your whole identity just around one particular food, and then like they have to clarify to you that's like, oh well, you know, your entire being is something best enjoyed on occasion. It's like, yeah, okay, thanks. Really nice. I don't think he minds. He seems like a pretty happy guy. Just gonna slow down to hit like 3 or 4 of them. I'm gonna go with 3. I don't want to like go broke from this challenge. Whoa, shit. Sorry. Do you remember being a kid and like someone showing you that you could spell the word boobs on a calculator by like typing in like 58,008 and then turning it upside down, and how fucking amusing that was? It's like, oh wow, the word boobs in an unexpected way. It's another 2, I believe. Bringing us up to 12. I hope I counted those other ones. Did I forget? Ah, whatever. If I forget, you can tell me. Tell me in the comments. Or better yet, donate to a charity yourself, huh? To an Indonesian forest charity. I'll attach the message, sorry about your cabbage stands. God, Avatar: The Last Airbender. Remember that show? So good. I would be a firebender. A lot of people say that like, oh, I'd be an airbender because then I could like manipulate everything else. Dude, get a hold of yourself. When's the last time air did anything for you? Other than be the thing that you breathe every second of every day of your life. Fire. Now fire. Cook your food. Immolate your enemies. Keep you warm at night. Lots of great uses. Liar, liar, pants on fire. Where did that come from? Where do any of, like, the nursery rhymes come from, do you think? You know? Is Mother Goose, like, an actual person? Or is it just, like... I mean, I'm sure it's, like, a pseudonym, right? But I would really like to think that there's just, like, a goose out there somewhere. Just, like, what kind of poetry will I write today? No, kids. Mommy's writing. I can't be a Mother Goose right now. I'm Poet Goose. There were a lot of geese in my college town. I went to like, so I went to a university, and their mascot was like the warrior, right? And it was like this like lion, right? Instead of, you know, being like a big dude with a sword and a shield and a goofy helmet, which I think would have been even better. But for some reason they went with this like generic lion right? Which is like the most generic mascot you can think of. Up to 14 extra dollars, by the way. And like the most generic mascot you can think of. I bet that like they only picked that lion because they could get like a discount on the costume because there were just so many other freaking lion costumes because of all the furries that I just mentioned earlier. All of the little furry friends, and this time it's in the other sense of that phrase. No, but like there's so many teams that have like lions and stuff as their mascot. England's like mascot, or their national animal is a lion. Who the fuck came up with that idea? There's no lions in your country. They don't live there. Right? At least our national animal is like a bull, is like a water buffalo that like lives in the country. Or is it the Philippine eagle? It's one of those two. But like at least we actually have specimens of them. Right? I mean, it's at least it's better than Scotland, whose national animal is like a unicorn. It doesn't even exist. Is Wales's like national animal like a dragon? Is that why they put a dragon on their flag? Bhutan has a dragon on their flag too. Like, I think we've got to get over dragons as like a race, right? Like the idea of a flying death lizard. How did that permeate into so many different cultures of our people? Is it just such an ingrained fear, right? Were there really dragons at one point and they just left such an impression on the people who had to fight them and the knights who had to vanquish them that like centuries later, after all evidence of their existence was scoured from the planet, many disparate cultures across the world separately invented the same mythical animal to all be afraid of? That's actually not true. Like, the Chinese dragon is, like, really magnanimous. It's supposed to be, like a generous creature of, like, wisdom and power, you know? It's basically, like, a force of nature in itself. I have to imagine that, like, an Eastern dragon would beat a Western dragon in a straight-up fight. Not a fist fight. Because I don't think dragons have fists. But, like, in a claw, tooth, and fire breath fight. You know? But I don't know. I mean, maybe the people who designed the Welsh flag would, like, beg to differ. Man, do you remember that time that, like, this weatherman went viral on YouTube for, like, pronouncing this, like, super long Welsh village name? And he got, like, 12 million, like, just a jillion freaking views on YouTube for, like, saying one word, right? It's not that impressive, okay? Llanfair with Gwyngyll. Go get a Quinn Drobwish, Chanticilio go go go. That was it. Took me 20 minutes to learn it. Llanfair with Gwyngyll, go get a Quinn Drobwish, Chanticilio go go go. Where's my 60 million views, YouTube? Right? Where's my freaking job interview at the BBC? I can tell you, like, where it's gonna rain. Everywhere! It's the freaking entire country. That's the stereotype, isn't it? By the way, we get more rain here than people in that country do. Okay? They don't have to deal with, like, yearly torrential downpours that, like, blanket the entire country. Is that one? Oh, yeah, we got one. That's number 16. I'm not saying they should suck it up. But, like, maybe they can at least hold their noses and, like, just down the medicine. Alright? That's all I'm saying. Okay, Orang Valley. I'm pretty sure that Orang means forest. And I know that, or I'm guessing that because orangutan means, like, man of the forest. which means that this stage is just called Forest Valley. And I think I realized recently, we're up to 18. I realized recently, you know, there's another stage here called Calabacan Valley. Calabacan. Labak just means valley in Filipino. And like our languages are related. Like we have the same word for sky. Like that stage is just called Valley Valley. I'm pretty sure like all of the stages are like Island Island, you know, Mountain. That just adds to the charm of the game. What doesn't add to the charm of the game is these like turns on the top of a hill. Every time one happened, I was ready to die. I mean, I'm always ready to die because I'm a warrior, but like, I was ready for my run to end. Not quite as dramatic as dying. Or as major. But you know. I was still mentally prepared. It was still the same part of my brain that was like entirely ready to just end. All of these unsmashed fruit stands, it was just too dangerous. I was like trying to slow down, seeing if I could like hit one on the way. Couldn't do it. I was like, if I lay a single tire off the dirt road, I'm gonna spin out of control and my run's gonna end. And like, I don't have the time to do another one. I'm busy. This has been a busy time. Is the word, I guess the word busy is like related to the word business. I mean, of course it has to be. Why else would we pronounce it busy and not boozy? Boozy is something else entirely. I could go for something boozy right now. I had a little bit of booze earlier. Can you tell? Look at those repairs. Go for another booze, but I have to be like asleep in a little while. By the time this uploads, I'm almost certainly gonna be asleep. Boom, another. I think that was 2. I don't want to go broke, like I said. We're up to 22. That's like a good amount of money. But you know what? It's for a good cause, and honestly, what else am I gonna buy with it? Rent? Ha! Ha! No. No. I'm a millennial, technically. Like, I'm right on the edge of, like, millennials and Zoomers. By the way, right? Zoomers? We gotta go easier on the Zoomers. Like, they're really trying their hardest. That's 25. Like, they're just sitting here, 26, I think. Like, trying to just deal with this mess that we've created for them. I say it like I was involved. It was mostly the boomers, okay? Gen X, you're getting off a little bit better. But, like, boomers, come on, guys. Who did you think was gonna, like, have to clean all of this crap up? You? Sorry. As if there's a boomer watching this. Come on. They're all too busy playing Crokinole. Or, you know, complaining about how the trans people are destroying culture or whatever the fuck. I am transgender, by the way. Like, I have a YouTube video that got 90,000 views, and like all I had to do was do this for like 2 minutes. Like, okay, it was a lot harder to learn how to go from here to here in like in the drop of a hat than it was to learn how to pronounce Llanfair Can you tell I have it written down in front of me? I had this bit prepared. It was so much harder to like learn how to do this with my voice Like, all I have is 90,000 views. That motherfucker has like 12, 13 million. I guess that's what's wrong with the world. I feel like that's basically what's wrong with society in a nutshell. Right? Like, you could spend like decades becoming like the greatest, like getting like 2 PhDs and like leading an entire field of study that will like bring humanity into the future, and you like less people know your name than they know of like some, you know, white kid on TikTok who like enjoys leaping out of bushes and punching people in the dick. Like, that is what's wrong with humanity, and like, I'm part of humanity, so I'm not gonna like sit here and pretend I can tell you who like invented, you know, super lasers or you know, is trying to figure out the equations that govern reality, right? But I can tell you who Logan Paul is. So I'm part of the problem. I'm not part of the solution. It's me. Hi, I'm the problem. It's me. Weirdly catchy song, by the way, Taylor Swift. You know? Not that she's, like, needs any help, because I guess she's also part of the problem from the other side, right? She's the one I know, despite her not having, like, 3 PhDs. But, like, Taylor Swift makes good, like, fun music. Like, it's, like, and it's fine. Like, it's fine that she does that. Right? Like, it's fine to like it. And I'm kind of tired of, like, pretending that it's not. Like, I'll sit here and listen to a John Mayer track any day of the week. John Mayer, by the way. My guilty pleasure. I love that guy. I love that guy's voice. I could, like, sit here and, like, belt out, like, Your Body is a Wonderland. Whoa! Christ. Yeah, I don't know what happened there. Like, I lost a frame or two, or something. And I just felt the car, like, suddenly lose control. And I was like, okay, well, I guess I'm gonna have to restart or something. But I was already 9 stages in. I'm like, oh, I'm too lazy. I'm too much of a millennial to have the kind of work ethic to do this properly. Okay, there. Are you happy? Boomers. You frickin' boomers. I couldn't hit those ones. Honestly, I didn't even see them, like, from far enough away that I could, like, try and veer to the right side of the road. Like, I had to, like, seriously compromise. Okay, well, I was about to talk about racing lines, and then I, like, just completely fishtail across the screen like, you know, Jacques is some trout that's just been pulled out of the Mississippi. Someone's gonna, like, furiously type in the comments that there's no trout that live in the Mississippi. They're like, oh, they're a northern fish in this Mississippi. It starts in frickin', I don't know, Missouri or something. Or, like, that's what they would do if I was part of the problem I described earlier, but, like, from the other end, where people know me for, like, doing one stupid thing. Like, for example, being able to change my voice at the drop of the hat. But, like, that's neither here nor there. Oh, and there's more boozy stuff. Sake. Advertisement for sake and oil. It would be such a great, like, plot twist if, like, the in-game universe oil company, it's not, like, driving oil or, like, motor oil, it's, like, cooking oil or just, like, olive oil. It's just like, yeah, we're an Italian olive oil company, but we, like, really love racing. I mean, I could believe it. There's a bunch of Italian cars in this game, and, like, an entire, like, like, Italian batch of stages, you know? I could see, like, the Piaggettis The Piagetti family, like, shelling out the big bucks to advertise their oil. Just the company with the name oil. It would be great if, if companies, like, were named just after the products that they made. Like the Coca-Cola company. Like, I know it's some, like, evil fucking hegemony that, like, threatens just babies through all of their environmental destruction. But at least they, like, if you buy a Coke, you know what the company that you're buying it from is, right? Whereas now if you buy, like, a bottle of, like, Jergens lotion or whatever, right? It's owned and operated by, like, some, you know, Indian Chinese conglomerate called Sporkanol. I'm too tired to improvise, can you tell? Okay, so this is where, right about, there's another one. Here, my fiance called me on Messenger, which caused the game to go to the background and freeze. Which, was like, it was simultaneously very sweet and also, like, really annoying. But it was more sweet. Because I, like, unlike a lot of people, I really like my fiance. Or the person I'm gonna marry. Maybe that'll change one day. I sure hope not. I don't think it will. I know she's watching this. Yep, see, that's what happened. That's what happened when you called me, lady. Whatever. It's fine. I was near enough to the end anyway that I knew I could just, bring it right back. Bring it right back and, give me the shivers, I think, the song goes. I think we're up to, God, Jesus. We're up to 36 fruit stands destroyed in the name of generosity. That's definitely another 2. 39. No. 38. I can't count. My math degree. Great use of money and time, huh? I always say that, like, math is, like, about numbers. Like, through most of my degree, I didn't even see a single number. Anyway. Let's see here. $38 plus a 24-minute time. 62 bucks, I think it is. All right. Well, there we go. Hey, hi, I'm back. I just made the donation. I mentioned orangutans during the video, and also I made a lot of jokes at the expense of England and Wales, and so I decided to send the money to the Sumatran Orangutan Society, which is an England and Wales-based charity working in Indonesia. I think everyone can leave satisfied with this. I put their link in the description in case you feel like helping out the orangutans by saving the rainforest.